So this video is about moving to Mount Pearl. Now, if you're thinking about moving to Mount Pearl, and whether you're relocating from Ontario or just crossing over from St. John's, this video is definitely for you, and I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know as housing prices, neighborhood vibes, schools, amenities, and lifestyle, and the honest pros and cons. And you won't hear this anywhere else. And I'm going to try and be biased as I am from Mount Pearl. I'm Ryan Elliott. I'm a local real estate agent, and I help people find the right fit in and around St. John's. So let's dig in to Mount Pearl. So Mount Pearl is its own city, but it borders St. John's on one side and Paradise is on the other. You're about 15 minutes from downtown St. John's and only 10 minutes from the airport. If you're commuting, working remote, or just want to be close to everything without living downtown or that, busier St. John's lifestyle, Mount Pearl is a super sweet spot. One of the biggest draws for Mount Pearl is you can actually afford a home here. Entry-level detached homes starting around $300,000 to $350,000. Split entries and bungalows with upgrades, you're going to expect $375,000 to $425,000. And then larger family homes with garages, modern finishes, you will see them land around the $450,000 to $550,000. New home construction and custom homes, well, they're going to be $550,000 plus. And we also have a very high-end neighborhood in Mount Pearl where you'll expect to see $650,000 and up. Compared to what you paid in Ontario or Alberta, this is definitely a reset. You can get a driveway, a backyard, an actual breathing room, not a 500 square foot condo. Mount Pearl is mostly made up of well-established neighborhoods. That means tree-lined streets, schools nearby, and a real sense of community. Here are a few standout subdivisions that you would definitely want to check out. One, Pearlview, newer homes, great for young families, close to shopping, and there's also a new hospital planned for that area. Powers Pond, mature trees, parks, walkable to amenities, and loads of playgrounds. Admiralty Wood, larger, higher-end homes and mature lots with walking trails and playgrounds throughout. Mount Carson, Old Placentia area, larger homes, some with basement apartments, and then you have the Kinmount Hill area, more recent development with quick access to St. John's and the new Costco. Homes here range from 20 to 40 years old, so many are move-in ready, but some may need some cosmetic updates, and it's a great way for you to build equity. Mount Pearl is under the Newfoundland English School District, so you will find elementary schools would be St. Peter's and Morse Academy. Grades 4 to 6 then feed into Newtown Elementary. For junior high and high school, you have Mount Pearl Intermediate and O'Donnell High School. There's also access to private schools and French immersion. French immersion can be held in Mount Pearl. And then the private schools are also offered in nearby St. John's. Childcare centers are scattered across neighborhoods, but like anywhere, they can have a wait list. If you want that sweet spot between city access and small town feel, well, Mount Pearl definitely delivers. You've got grocery stores, restaurants, gyms, coffee shops, the Glacier, and the Summit Center for skating, swimming, and fitness. And let's not forget about all the walking trails and the family spaces like the Splash Pad. And we also have Costco and the Galway Shopping Center, with other big box retailers just minutes away. It's car friendly, safe, and definitely community oriented. Let's get honest about the potential downsides. One, we'll definitely look at public transit as it is limited. Metrobus does run in Mount Pearl, but most people drive. Some homes are older, so you want to expect baseboard heat, maybe even oil heat. Older finishes unless it's been renovated. Winter, well, it's definitely real in Mount Pearl, and snow clearing is probably the best in all of the Avalon, but it piles up. You won't get a ton of nightlife, so think more family and friend barbecue than actual bar hopping. Most areas have strong internet access, but double check if you work remote. That said, most people moving here are doing it for stability, affordability, and lifestyle, and it checks all of those boxes. I work with all kinds of buyers here. First-time buyers who want a real home, not a shoebox. Move-up buyers coming from townhomes or condos, and families relocating from Ontario or Alberta. I've also helped people from other provinces move to Mount Pearl as well. healthcare workers, trades, military families, and remote professionals. Mount Pearl is a great middle ground, and most people are surprised by what their money actually gets them. If you're even thinking about Mount Pearl, whether it's a job change or a lifestyle shift, or you're just sick of prices where you live, let's chat. I'll help you figure out which neighborhood fits your needs, how far your budget will go, and what homes are worth seeing right now. I'm Ryan Elliott, and I help people like you make smart moves to Mount Pearl and beyond.